All right, I'm not gonna lie. I looked at all the notes that I have for today's show, and I'm wondering if I have enough content. But don't you worry, I like to talk. You can see Den right there. I'm probably going to blur the screen here because I don't want you to see the background, because the background it's not backgrounding. It's not great. Let's see if I can get my bald head further in the screen here. How's that? That's a little bit better. Today is April Fool's Day, and I'm not going to play any jokes because I hate this holiday. I don't think it's a great holiday. Why would you want to make somebody feel like a fool? I love this way of doing the podcast. It's way much more fun than just sitting here talking on a microphone, because I feel like I'm looking at my friends and talking to my friends, even though I'm just looking at myself right now. But I like myself, so that's good. What I'm listening to. I figured maybe I would do like a segment of what I'm listening to. I listen to strictly Broadway music and some other stuff, but mostly Broadway music. And what I'm listening to today so far was the Hell's Kitchen soundtrack. Malia Joy Moon finished her run in Hell's Kitchen yesterday, maybe during the matinee, I'm not sure. But she finished it yesterday. We saw her when we were in New York, and it was amazing. And when I listen to these Broadway soundtracks, I have to tell you, I end up missing being in the city so bad that it's almost painful. And then I was also listening to this other soundtrack of the show called Two Strangers Carrying a Cake Across New York. It sounds like a funny title. It is a funny title. But I absolutely love the music for this. It's a show that was done in London, and now they are bringing it across the pond, and they're going to be doing it in Boston. They're going to be doing it in Boston in, I think it's the end of, it might be the end of May to June. I think I don't know. I'm not gonna say, but you can Google it. I really would love to go to Boston and see it, but I don't see it happening. I'd rather go to New York and see some shows, which I need to go on an annual New York Tony trip and see shows before the Tonys happen. It's always fun when you're watching the Tonys to have seen some of the shows that are up for Tonys. And the only thing I've seen is I saw Maybe Happy Ending in December, and it was fantastic. I loved it. But I need to see more things. All right, some jokes that I wrote about things that have been going on in my life. Let's read them. This is a joke about lasagna, because I finally made it. I finally made the lasagna. 2 hours of hard work, churning out fresh pasta, making the sauce, blending the ricotta. By the time I was done, my feet were killing me. But it was so good that our friend asked to take some home, which means I spent 2 hours making dinner just to end up with leftovers for someone else. But the joke's on them, because I froze 4 smaller portions so that we can have lasagna whenever we want. That feels like more of a statement than a joke. But there you go. Why is lasagna the hardest to spell? And apparently I'm having issues saying it today too. I never want to fully admit that the word sag is just sitting in the middle of it. Like the devil on your shoulder whispering, "This lasagna better stay together." All right, here's something about White Lotus. Do you watch White Lotus? We love White Lotus. We watched White Lotus last night, and I can't believe that it's almost over. We're going to have to find a new show, which means 3 weeks of scrolling through HBO saying, "I don't care, you pick," until we both give up and go back to 90 Day Fiancé. HBO should be sending everyone mental health counselors when this show ends. It is so good. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you're not watching White Lotus, you should be watching White Lotus. Okay. I want to talk about, I wrote this joke. It's based on the TV show Adolescence, so I'll tell you the joke, and then we can just talk about the show. I was watching this show where the dad turns 50, and they act like he should be shopping for coffins. Meanwhile, real 50-year-olds are out here running marathons, starting podcasts, and trying to figure out how TikTok works with reading glasses on. Ironically, I have my reading glasses on today. These are the glasses that I use when I'm at my computer. Can we talk about the show Adolescence? If you have not seen the show Adolescence, you have to see it. It is so good. They do this camera work where basically the camera person is part of the show. He literally follows the people. It's like it's not one scene, but it's one camera shot for the whole episode. And there's only 4 episodes. It almost feels a little bit like a play. There are times when it feels like it's really slow, but if you continue to watch it and you just continue to think in the back of your head how brilliant and amazing it was, the people that put this together, it's going to be worth it. So if you haven't watched Adolescence, watch Adolescence. Okay, the question of the day. What do you do to save money? Obviously, I'm making my own lasagna. I'm making my own pasta dough, even though pasta is dirt cheap. But I'm trying to make my own food. The reason I'm making pasta dough, to be completely honest with you, is because I bought like pounds of this 00 flour for pasta and for pizza. And so that's why I'm making my pasta dough and my pizza dough. Just get rid of it. So the question of the day is, what do you do to save money? The quote of the day is from Kacie Rose, and it's from her book, You Deserve Good Gelato. After all, successful people, truly successful people, aren't spending their time making negative comments about others. I guess what I would say about this is do your best not to be in the mindset of saying negative things about people, because it's just not a great idea. All right, that's the end of the episode today. I hope you have a great April Fool's Day. Don't let anybody fool you. Just stay home. Let's just stay home for the day, which I do every day because I work from home. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.